Guys, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and tonight I get to do something I've never gotten to do, and that is talk about an update to the game the day that it was released, and that is going to be the changes to the Mastery system in MTG Arena. So I was super excited. I was in the middle of playing a deck and testing a deck that I'm going to premiere next week, and I was forced to make an update, and I'm like, oh, okay, I mean, it's happened from time to time. You make the update, and then all of a sudden I started noticing changes. Like every time I'd win a game, I was getting XP, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute, what did I miss here? So I hopped onto Daily MTG, and I found out that there is an update to the Mastery system, and hallelujah, Wizards has listened to the fans of Arena. So we're just going to go ahead and go through the article. You're really going to kind of get my my live thoughts. I'm literally just minutes away from reading the article for the first time, and I wanted to kind of get my thoughts on what they have done. So the first thing they do announce are performance issues and hotfixes that were made for performance issues that were coming out from Core 2020 cards. Meh. Okay, glad they did it. Thank you guys for doing it. But let's get on to the good stuff. The Mastery system is being updated as of right now, so hopefully by the time that you're seeing this video, I'm going to try to get this up tonight, or I'm going to probably get it for Thursday morning so everyone has a chance to read it. It is going to forego my Friday video, so the deck I was working on you'll see Monday instead of Friday. That's just kind of how my schedule is going to work out. In any case, so change. You don't care about that. Let's talk about Mastery system changes. So they're bringing back weekly wins. So one of the big complaints, if you saw my video earlier last week, I talked about the Mastery system and how much I enjoyed it, but I play MTG Arena every day, so I never noticed or even thought about the concept of the fact that people who didn't have the opportunity to play every single day, people work during the day, they have, you know, jobs, kids, school, whatever, they don't have the opportunity to play daily, and it was basically a system that punished players for not logging on every day. Every other Mastery system or Battle Pass system from any other game, if you really wanted to and you wanted to be a weekend warrior, you could grind out all of the XP and all of the levels in a single weekend if you were so inclined to do so. So those types of systems did not punish players for not logging on every single day. However, that's not how MTG Arena worked out. Now, I know there have been others. I know I saw Nox's video, and Nox's was fantastic because he literally broke down the math of how much it worked out to be. If you don't log on every single day, you're literally throwing away 1,000 XP, and you cannot reach maximum level under the system that they had provided before. They've gone under the system for about 2 weeks, and they've heard enough, and they're like, all right, we've got it fixed. So let's talk about the changes that they made. The first thing that they changed is they are bringing back weekly wins. So if you don't log on every single day, you're not losing the XP for not doing that. You can log on, be a weekend warrior, hop on Saturday, get your 15 wins ground out, and you're going to get 250 XP per win, which is awesome. That's actually more XP than you were going to be getting before. Now, they did change, excuse me, they did remove some of the XP from the daily goals. And that's kind of okay because they're going from 800 to 500, but if you do the math and you still have the ability to hop on Saturday, get all your dailies, get all this stuff, you're still getting more XP than you were under the old system. So while losing that XP is kind of but it's still a better system now, with being able to grind it out on the days. Basically, log on every 3 days, do your 3 dailies, grind out 15 wins a week, and you'll be the exact same place that everybody else is. Quests still give out XP. We've kind of talked about that. They're lowering it down. And then there's going to be more event codes. So I must have missed a single code. We'll get to that here at the bottom. I'll actually show you guys that here later. But quests still give out XP, but they're lowering it to 500. And there'll be more events. And they do talk about this here a little bit more later on down. But let's kind of look at how this is going to work out now. So here's what's changed. So now we're getting weekly wins back, 250 per win, up to 15 wins per week. Oodles of experience. Quests are going down from 800 to 500. The gold has not changed. You're still going to get between your 750 and 500 gold. That has not changed. And of course, you'll get the in-card game rewards that flip over. They did remove the 100, 50, and 50 for doing your daily wins kind of thing. That's all gone because that's now rolled into weekly wins. You still get the gold that was the in-game card rewards that were associated with it, but the XP has kind of gone off that, and that's fine. And then they announced Chronicles. Now, I have to admit, being the old school guy that I am, I saw the name Chronicles in Magic Arena and I went, ooh, because that was one of the first sets in Magic where they reprinted old cards and everyone thought it broke the game. It was the first time that people were like seriously upset at an expansion set that Wizards put out, because they quite literally printed white bordered cards from Arabian Nights, Antiquities, and Legends, cards that, because of how sparse the game was in its early history, were difficult to get a hold of, so they just reprinted a whole bunch of cards. Not the great cards. Like, you didn't get your Tabernacles in there, you didn't get your Library of Alexandrias. Those cards did not get reprinted. But a bunch of common, uncommons, and like the Elder Dragons and things like that from Legends, those did get reprinted in Chronicles, so it's interesting that they elected to use that name. But nonetheless, at the end of July 2019, they are going to start these Chronicles events. And they will be events similar to what the events were in War of the Spark, which I had a ton of fun with. You had the opportunity to earn card styles during the course of it. You had to get to so many wins, but they were free events to enter, and you just played them, played until you got your wins. It was great. I hope they continue on with that thought process of making these free events, because that, again, caters to the free-to-play players. You want to cater to the whales, that's fine. You've got all your cosmetics, the kitty cats, and the card styles, and the backs, and the avatars, and whatever else you want to put in. If you want to put those in for the people that want to put a ton of money into it, great. Keep that stuff there. But you also need to remember that not everyone's going to have that kind of money to put into it, and please keep these events free so that everybody can enjoy these events. But there's an additional 5,000 experience points across the board over the course of the set that will allow you to earn even more XP. So, progression. So this is basically what they have broken this down to. And they show you... It's crazy enough that they show this now and they didn't show this when it happened. So if you only play the game once a week under the old system, the maximum level that you could have acquired in Arena's Mastery System was level 32. Now it is bumped up to level 67, assuming, of course, that you're completing your 3 quests a week and 15 wins a week, and including codes and events. So that quite literally over doubled the level that you can, and this almost, by playing just once a week and grinding out all of these things, this almost maxes you out on the free-to-play level of 72 levels. Now that hasn't changed, and we'll show that here in a second. But simply by adding an additional day of being able to hop on for Arena, and you're doing 4 quests a week and getting your 15 wins a week and your codes and events, that takes you up to level 74. So if you are a free-to-play player and you don't want to play, you don't want to make this a job, and I'm not gonna lie, we've been doing it for 2 weeks now. There have been days I've drugged myself down to. I have my computer in my basement in my man cave here, that I have drugged myself down here because I've got to grind out 3 wins, because if I lose my XP, I'm never going to hit level 100. Now that is now easily possible by just playing twice a week. I'm still going to play more. I play basically every single day because I enjoy it. It's my hobby, but I also have the channel, so I'm always creating content for that, but not everyone has that option. Now, all you need to do is log on twice a week, get all your quests, grind out your 15 wins a week, and as a free-to-play player, that's it. You can max out right there. Now, if you're going to be a guy like me, and you're going to play every day or almost every day, if you're playing up to 3 times a week, the max level that you can hit is now level 94. Previous level was, that's one thing. If you're hitting on twice a week, the previous level was 46, and now it's 74. Again, almost doubled in this one. If you're logging on 3 times a week, this is, with excluding codes and event rewards, you can get to level 94. That's 7 quests a week, which I plan to get, your 15 wins a week, which I plan to get, and of course, this excludes any event codes. So even if you take the 4,000 experience points that they've given out here, this takes you to level 98, and you haven't even played an event yet. And there's 5 of them floating out there with an additional 5,000 experience to float around out there. Meaning, it is now much easier to get to the end at level 100, making it worth putting your $20, if you're so inclined, to go ahead and get that Mastery Pass and get all the cool stuff that comes out of it. Now, some of the interesting stuff that I thought came down later in the article. As previously announced, we'll be removing the level purchase button at the end of the month. I still think it's dirty that they have kept it, but it is still here. After hearing feedback from players, again, this is 2 weeks after release, we're looking at ways to let people who who want to purchase levels still do it somewhere, but this will be surfaced in a natural and not in-your-face sort of way. I'm kind of curious to where they're going to go with that, but I'm sure it'll be something like a bundle that gets you XP or something like that. I'm sure something like that's going to come up. And for the next set, they're already talking about for the next set. For the next set, which is codenamed Archery, in case you didn't know, they always have these weird, funny names that they use for the set names before they're officially announced. We are thinking about a few larger changes to make it easier for players to reach maximum levels, such as catch-up modifiers. These ideas will evolve based on how players progress throughout the first Mastery set. So if I can make a recommendation, I know Wizards is not listening to me, I'm a small YouTube channel, but if I were to make a recommendation to Wizards, I would look at a model similar to what Fortnite has done. I only know this because my kids play a ton of Fortnite in this house. Again, excuse me. What I would do is I would set things up that they would do. Cast 1,000 red spells over the course of a set. Cast 1,000 white, blue, colorless spells. Cast 500 instants. Things like that, that if you really were so inclined, you could sit down and grind out and grind out and grind out to allow other areas for experience points to be earned. Other things along, like you can do how many wins, how much damage can you do? Is there, like, do like achievements almost, like you have done 10,000 damage during the course of the set. There's 5,000 experience for doing something like that. You have laid 500 lands during the course of the set. There's an additional achievement that you can get. There's 2,000 experience for that. Stuff like that, that would keep players engaged because it's stuff that you can be doing in the background and not even thinking about it. Still playing the game and like, oh, wow, look, I achieved that. Or, oh, all I need to do is put out like 24 more damage and I've got that achievement. So those are directions that they could go. I don't know how they're going to go and what they're going to do. What I can tell you is that this change has been a significant one and I love what they did. This is the other part, and towards the end, I don't know if everyone caught up this one. The level up code I did pick up. I knew about that the day release because that was the holy crap article that went on Daily MTG the day this released. I totally missed brought back. So I just wanted to show everyone what it looked like to turn in this code. So I'm going to hop on down. Yeah, let's real quick if you want to take a look at this too. Well, let's do that first. Let's go ahead and go into the store. And I will go to my other view so that we can see that. And we're going to go brought back. Ho ho ho, more XP. And we'll open a pack while we're here. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Diamond Knight. I've got ideas for that for my Knights deck coming up. Ooh, Vivian. That's my first. Okay, so that's not where you came. Alright, so this is what it still looks the same. Nothing has changed as far as how this is concerned, but as you can tell, I've only been playing this 2 weeks, so you can tell I've been on here every week. I did not buy the Mastery Pass, I didn't buy the levels, and I am now currently higher than I theoretically should be, just based on the wins that I've been cranking out today. So how the new home screen is going to look, you do have your daily rewards that are only going to give you gold. You have your weekly ones, which have returned. I really, really wish they had done this on a Sunday as opposed to a Wednesday, but hey, I'll still grind those out. And of course, here's your progression towards your final F. So I hope you found this video informative. If you do, like, subscribe, always helps out the channel. I do really appreciate that. Again, I am going to miss Fridays. I've got a work thing that's just going to take up way too much time I've got to prepare for. So it was lucky that this came along because otherwise I was going to miss my video on Friday anyway. So again, like, subscribe if you are so inclined. There is also a Patreon as well. That is patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you think that this fixed the Mastery system for you. Will you now consider purchasing the Mastery Pass now that this has been added, because it is now far more achievable for you to do so? Or are you still, even if you're a free-to-play player, if you're a free-to-play player, does this make us happier for you? Are you now feeling like, I don't have to make Magic Arena my job, I can now take a couple of days off, play a few games when I can during the course of the week, grind out my weeklies, and still be where I'm supposed to be? Let me know your thoughts in the comment down below, guys. I really would appreciate it. And of course, we shall see you in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga, and thank you for your support.